In this video, I'm going to tell you guys, we're going to talk about altcoin season. This chart is going to explain a lot why a lot of people are wrong about how bearish they think the market is. Yes, the recent drop for BTC has been crazy. Also, we're going to talk about yearly chart. I had not covered this for a while, but we have some interesting things to look at in this video. So if you appreciate this kind of also, we're going to talk about Solana and a lot that we have to cover. We're going to also look at the cryptobubbles.net website. We're going to also look at Bitcoin and Ethereum quarterly returns. We're going to look at some numbers and what I'm expecting that is going to come for the Q2 of 2025, which is very close. We are on March 20th today. I really appreciate you guys for all your support with the last video. I came back after 13 days and I saw a lot of great support from you guys. 140 likes. That is a huge milestone for me, and I really appreciate 2.3 thousand views and a lot of beautiful comments from you guys. I really appreciate it. Please give me 150 likes. Let's keep the likes higher because YouTube needs to know what you are watching and if you like more videos like this, and of course it's going to help my channel. Yesterday I recorded the same video, but accidentally before I edit the video I deleted it, so I was really upset. But it was 30 minutes video, but I'm gonna try to cover as much as I can in this video. So I really need you guys to make me happy with your likes and share this video if you find it valuable at the end. Okay, make sure to watch the entire video. We're gonna also look at BTC dominance, and we're gonna look at daily, and we're gonna look at what is coming for Bitcoin. Okay, so, and I'm gonna be really transparent with you guys. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button. But I want to be transparent in here, guys. YouTube does not pay YouTubers that much. This is the numbers I'm trying to show you guys, and the reason I'm showing this to show you that if I am here spending a couple of hours every time for a video, it's because I want to help you guys, and also I'm having a huge goal for myself. I'm trying to build a community. I'm trying to deliver my 8 years of experience in crypto and 2 years in stock market, all the learning that I had to deliver it to you for free. So I need you guys to support this channel because YouTube algorithm needs to see your likes to push it to more people. All right, so for this chart, guys, I'm going to really quickly cover it. I'm not going to spend 30 minutes, but I'm going to look at what is showing in here. So if you look at this lower chart, guys, that is the volume ratio for altcoins. Okay, what does it tell you? The upper one, the top one, is the real chart that you are seeing. This is the centralized exchanges volume, actually. The reason you guys are seeing recently a lot of these bigger exchanges are adding a lot of altcoins, which in bear market you would not see the same thing. Now you are seeing for the last several months a lot of bigger exchanges. KuCoin, Bybit, a lot of these exchanges are adding a lot of newer coins because if you just think about it logically, because they want to make money from the trading fees. Because for the service they provide, they charge you guys fees for the trades that you guys make. So that means that they know what is coming. Okay, so this lower chart shows you, if you look at the previous bull market, guys, we saw a huge spike in the volume of altcoins. So this top chart is the altcoins market cap. Okay, and I believe that is total 3. Total 3 is the chart that Bitcoin and Ethereum is excluded. That shows that rest of the market, which is altcoins, there we peaked when Bitcoin hit $69,000 for the first time, right? So you guys can clearly see how volume started going up. Now we are slowly seeing for the market cap of altcoins, we had recently this pullback, but we are seeing that also the volume is going higher for altcoins. Okay, so I'm still thinking that I believe that we're going to see the same spike again. And I'm not only showing you guys this because I have been showing you in this channel. If you have been subscribed to this channel, I have talked about a lot of things. But let's look at this yearly chart for Bitcoin. This is very interesting. I was looking at this chart that I am not going to count up to 2014 year because Before, we had a lot lower volume, a lot of emotions in the market, a lot of whales pumped and dumped, because imagine if the whole market of the crypto was like $2 billion, almost anybody, any of those bigger whales with billions of dollars could have pumped and dumped Bitcoin's price, okay? So for the yearly chart, each of these candles are 12 months old, okay? So it takes 12 months for each of these candles to open and close. Okay, so you can see it on from January in 2014, we had this small bear market, and the next one in 2015, we closed it as red, but 2015 went to red, obviously because of this wick, but we saw that Bitcoin closed around green, basically a very bullish candle. The next 3 years, if you guys don't know, we have 4-year cycle. We have had 4-year cycle for Bitcoin and crypto in general. Back then, we did not have that many altcoins, but recently we had a lot of altcoins. But this is the Bitcoin chart. We want to look at how we have been closing each of these yearly candles, okay? So we usually have 1 year of very bad bull market, which everything goes down, okay? In 2014, we had that red candle. In 15, it went even lower, but closed it green, another green, another green. 2017, if you guys were around, that's where I joined crypto, where I actually learned and heard about Bitcoin. So this was a huge green candle that closed. We had our 2018 bear market. We had 19, 20, 21. 21 was where Bitcoin hit $69,000 all-time high. Then we had our 22 red again. So you guys see how similar they are. One red, 3 greens, one red, 3 greens, and one red. So far, we are in the last year of the bull market, which is supposed to be the most bullish one. And the reason I put this line is not because, oh, it's going to touch exactly that line. If it touches, that's going to be $253,000 for Bitcoin's top for this cycle. I am not saying that we're going to go that high. I'm just putting that just for fun, okay? But I believe if we follow the same road, follow the same path, you guys saw that, they're not cutting more interest rates. They're not bringing it down. They just paused it. That means that we're going to probably see the same thing. The inflation is not going to hit that bad, okay? So we're going to probably still see this was part of the manipulation. And if you look at each of these green ones, we still had pullbacks and wicks in the bottom of it, right? So it is totally normal for this much coming lower and it still continue going up. Yes, if you look at the daily chart, yes, it looks very horrible, honestly, okay? But as I said, as I mentioned it before, I said in the last bull market around this area, we had 30%, almost 32% pullback. And I'm going to show you guys this again. If we go from this top to this bottom, almost down to $28,000, that was 31.65%, okay? Yes, because the price of Bitcoin has gone a lot higher, this 30% looks a lot more wild, right? Because if you just compare this 30% with this 30%, and we can look at it, this from here, almost $109,000, go all the way to where we hit, I think, $76,000 or $78,000, something like that. That is 30%. Okay, $32,000, almost $33,000 of pullback. But as I said before, we can still have this pullback down to $74,000, $75,000. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but that's where the best support is going to be. Look, and I compared it in the last video, I showed this, I put a copy of this in here, and I showed you why we had a huge support for the last drop that we had around down to $48,000, $49,000. And I said that around this red candle, around this area, we're going to have the bottom, which we did, okay? So I'm saying the same thing again. The most bearishness that we can see should be down to almost $74,000, where we had this previous top, almost $73,000 to $74,000. And if you just zoom in, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. You guys, this top of this wick and this is almost exactly on the same level, right? So this is a huge support, I would say, that we have for Bitcoin. Okay, So even the like short-term bearishness should not scare you, because as I said, Bitcoin dominance is still going back to this chart to just show you guys, do not be scared. Any type of drops for Bitcoin is not going to really impact altcoins anymore once we hit this level of 63, 64%. This is weekly chart. When I go to monthly chart, you guys see a better resistance level. All right, this is the level I've been talking about. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. And if you guys want to look at the weekly, this is the week. And if you want to look at the last day, for instance, yesterday, yes, we had some bearishness because Bitcoin has started pulling back from $86,000, which I actually already put a screenshot of where I was thinking that Bitcoin was going to go. It started dropping from I said $86,000 area, but it went to 87 and started dropping. So I am still looking at, let's just look at the 4-hour chart or daily chart. Let's go to 4-hour chart. Just look at the Elliott wave theory, where I said that we can start going back down once we get to these levels. So this level, we're going to still look at those quarterly returns and everything else, okay? Just bear with me. So as I said, usually because I was counting these 3 waves as our 5 waves up. If you guys don't know, Elliott wave theory is 5 waves up and 3 waves down, okay? So this is the first wave, okay? This is 2, this is 3, but after I saw this is not a real good wave, I count both of these as 1. So that was 3, 4, and that was 5. So you know, and when you get to the resistance where I showed you guys there's a good resistance level is waiting, okay? You guys see this small head and shoulder. This is shoulder, this is a head, and this is another shoulder. And these levels are going to reject Bitcoin because our wave 5 was completing too. So you had 2 reasons to just look at shorting. If you did, congratulations, okay? Of course, I'm not really trading anymore. I'm just holding my altcoins, waiting for the BTC dominance to top anywhere in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, we don't know, but it's very close to top as I have been showing you guys, okay? So what am I expecting? I'm expecting 3 waves down. So this is 1, okay? It still can go lower to have still 1 wave, then have a little bit of bullishness, then go lower. How lower can we go? We can still go down to this level because this is a good liquidity zone that is waiting where we had only 1 hit, okay? We usually need to have 2, 3 hits to look at. If we have this situation, we might look at another 5 waves up if we stop around $78,000. That will be inverse head and shoulder for us, okay? Hopefully that's going to be the lowest we go, and we don't need to, hopefully we do not go to $75,000 or $74,000, but it is still possible. But if you look at the return, okay, and I want to tell you, let's cover Solana BTC pair. Solana BTC pair, so every time in this chart, the chart is red going down, that means Solana is doing bad against Bitcoin, okay? The value of it is going down versus Bitcoin. But when we see going higher, that means Solana is bullish and is outperforming BTC. So it gains in BTC value, okay? You got that, you got this right. So I showed you guys in yesterday's video, which was deleted, I showed you guys this level of support. I put a screenshot in the Telegram group as well. This level is still holding even from yesterday, okay? I hope it's not going to go any lower. If it goes lower, we're just going to have to expect that we're going to get more support from lower. But usually when we have this rally-based rally, we have a different color of candle, we can have a lot of support around this level. Okay, so hopefully we're going to start bottoming, and once we see going up, you're going to probably see meme coins start pumping again, and meme coin will support back Solana for pumping more. Okay, what am I expecting for Solana? I hope that Solana is going to hit close to $1,000. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to be 100%. That's just my guess. Okay, because it's doable. In the last bull run, it did $250,000. 4x from it. Not impossible, but $500 is the least amount I'm expecting. Let's look at fear and greed index, guys. I have showed you guys this for Bitcoin. So the gray one with no color is the chart of Bitcoin. And the colorful one, every time this number changes, it shows a pattern here. It shows a chart for it. And I showed you guys in, I don't know how many videos ago, I showed you guys we have hit extreme fear as low as 15, where every time we get to orange, we used to get to orange, we started pumping again after consolidating. So I showed you guys 25 to $26,000 where we started going higher. The price went higher as well. And when we hit $49,000, $48,000, we bottomed again and started going to the greed area. And every time we get to the greed area, guys, once we hit the greed area this time, which I'm expecting is still to happen. I'm not expecting to just go sideways between 20 to 30s. Okay, we're gonna still go higher. And I'm not sure what the price is gonna be exactly, but hopefully it's gonna go above all-time high. I know a lot of you guys disagree with me, but Bitcoin's bull market is not over yet to me, okay? I even showed you guys S&P 500. Let me first talk about the monthly chart for S&P 500. If you guys still think that it has decoupled from stock market, Bitcoin's price, you're absolutely wrong. I disagree with you because you guys clearly see that S&P 500 started getting bearish, Bitcoin started getting bearish as well. Okay, so you cannot really ignore this fact yet. Okay, so you guys see this red candle, it's the same deal for me. Every time you see green, 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 and the red candle, and then green, 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 that is a huge liquidity zone to me. And every time I showed you guys where the $49,000 was the bottom. Okay, 48, 49,000. This is the same deal, but so far we have passed it. We need to see how March candle is going to close. This is the monthly candle. Okay. So if you want to just go lower time frames daily, I can tell you that I can see a lot of liquidity already has been grabbed, but it can still go retouch lower prices. Around this level is where I'm seeing a lot of liquidity, okay? And also, if I want to make a copy of this, and there was another liquidity zone around this level, top of these. So these levels need to be watched, and if I want to show you what the prices are, this is around $5,400 almost, okay? And this is around where, obviously, that's where the price is, 5,600, around that area. So I am not expecting crazy sharper drop for S&P 500, because if you just look at how S&P 500 has been performing, it shows you guys even going down does not last any longer than couple of months, 3 months. Okay, if you want to look at this bear market, actually 22 January everything started, and then of course Bitcoin followed. It took up to October. So how many months? 10 months it took to bottom, and it started going higher. Okay, yes, this sharp drop has been pretty crazy, but I'm not expecting for the bear market to start yet. Okay, because I'm seeing a lot of support here. We can maximum go back down, touch that lower level I just showed you, and then have another higher. And I'm not saying that it's going to go above this last high, but if you want to really look at the resistance level, this is a huge resistance level for S&P 500. Okay, and if we should not ignore this, we can still go touch back down, slowly go start to $5,900, even $6,000. It's very possible. And then if we want to go lower, we're going to have a smaller head and shoulder. I mean, a huge head and shoulder. It's not a small. So we're going to probably see some shoulder here, another shoulder here, a larger shoulder, and it start going lower. Okay, timing wise, it makes sense. It will be almost till mid to end of 2025 when we're going to probably see start going down. Okay, so it all depends on how S&P 500 is going to perform. Of course, BTC is going to follow. So for the quarterly Bitcoin return as percentage wise, okay, so we're going to only look at the bull market time because we're in the 2025. 2021 was the last year of the bull run before 22 hit and everything started going down. So we're going to look at Q2 that is coming. It's going to start from April 1st, and 2021 we did 40%, negative 40%. And if you're wondering, I showed you guys before that in the last bull market, mid bull market, we had 57% crash for Bitcoin. This is the pullback or crash. I like to call it crash because it was pretty dramatic. 57%, yes. If you just look at it with the in the macro perspective, yes, it started going higher, but back then it was pretty dramatic. Okay, it went down 56, 57%. Okay, so that was a lot, but it started making higher highs. So imagine this. This is 57%, but we have had so far 30%, almost 30%. So we can still go lower if it gets dramatic like the last bull market. And that's gonna, if it goes to 74,000, that will be 32%. So it's not gonna even be as much as what happened in the last bull market. Okay, but again, around 73, $74,000 is where I'm expecting Bitcoin to stop. Okay, to stop and bottom and start going higher. So that's why in this the quarter two of 2025, I'm not expecting the same negative number for Bitcoin anymore because everything started going down before everything gets bullish actually. So we had this, let's just review what happened. Everything after we passed the all-time high of 2017 around $19,000-$20,000, Bitcoin was just going dramatically higher, okay? And altcoins, if you look at altcoins, I'm not going to look at it, but if you look at market cap of altcoins, everything is still went higher, okay? But altcoins has pulled back a lot, same as Bitcoin. Okay, so we have not still seen, that's why a lot of people are wondering what has happened to the altcoin season. This is why. Okay, so we are actually having our early 57% that happened in the last bull run. We are having all that dramatic stuff first, then everything is going to get bullish, in my opinion. None of these are financial advice. Do your own research. Do not take my words exactly as it is. This is just my own personal opinion with 8 years of experience. Okay, so 2021 was negative 40, but if you look at 2017, 123%. Yes, if you want to argue, yes, it was, Bitcoin was smaller in market cap. The higher the market cap is, the lower percentage where we should expect, okay, for any coin. Okay, even if you want to go 4 years before, we did for Bitcoin in 2014, we did 40%. Plus 40%. It was not a negative number. So I am still expecting this manipulation that happened for 40% was because Bitcoin just went too high too fast. Okay. So I would say if we had, for example, this movement up to here, we would just go for like 4 months or even longer down to here and start going higher, have a different look. So if you just want to draw this, just different look of what could have happened. So if we started going higher and got the rejection, just slowly go sideways for several months and then bottom and start going higher, a lot of people were going to be bored and they would have gotten out of the market, which they did. A lot of people already sold in the loss when Bitcoin went that much lower. Okay, but this is the same situation we are in right now. For Ethereum, honestly, Ethereum has been in a little bit of trouble. Okay, to me, Ethereum is only existing right now. I'm going to offend a lot of people, but I do not really care, honestly. I'm sorry if you're getting offended if you are Ethereum maxi, but the Ethereum was good several years ago when Ethereum was the only smart contract in the bull market, okay, or was existing. Okay, so a lot of the projects were built on it, and still you are seeing a lot of Ethereum projects on Ethereum. But to me, because it's very slow and it has high fees, I would say that Solana, AVAX, BNB, other blockchains are going to take over after years. And because it has its ETF and everything else, and because same as Bitcoin is one of the early coins that existed and got popular, that's why Ethereum is still around to me, okay? And of course, it can be a good investment, but I'm not buying it because I have my own strategy, which you guys know if you have been subscribed to me, that I'm only fan of smaller market caps, 10, 15, 5, 3, 4. depending on the volume and how many exchanges they have added them. All right, this video got too long again, but I talked about a lot of valuable information. If you appreciate, you're going to hit the like button right now if you haven't already, and share this video with your friends. Make sure that you watch this video carefully. Comment down below what you think. I'm going to have the same people disagreeing with me probably, but as long as you're respectful, I really love having discussions and people disagreeing with me, as long as you know how to have arguments and discussions. Okay, so thank you guys for your support. I appreciate it. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.